So Dave, you made a spectacular call this morning. Let's talk about that. Around 10 a.m. you called that Riverbed was going to pull in. How did you make the determination?
So we had a move higher, I guess, in the market this morning, and for some reason, we talked about it yesterday actually, my instinct outweighed sort of what the market was telling us to do. My instinct is that Riverbed, a stock that's come just recently, that's RVBD, the symbol, has come recently from approximately $20, traded $25.75, probably a rally of, I don't know, 25, 27%, maybe 30% or so. So I saw the gap up this morning on it, and I also saw that the stock wasn't going higher. So I felt the risk reward on the trade, if I was short, was better in my favor. Also, part of the community was helping me. Shine's Room community was giving me some insight, saying that they saw some other tech names that were weak. I saw JDSU at that point was weak. I actually shorted some RIM, RIMM, which worked for me. I shorted some NVDA. And NTAP also. And as I started getting this feeling, my confirmation was shown to me as it started breaking out to the bottom part of the range. We always talk about this range or this channel. When it breaks lower, it's a good sign for me. Became my best trade of the day. Called it out in the broadcast. When the market, the Dow was up about...
Can we show the chart?
Sure. So the Dow was up at that point about 135 points or so, 140 points. And I did say that we were going to go negative on the day, which we did go negative on the day, which made me feel, super proud. 200 points or 150 points lower than where I called that spot out. And I know that the community took advantage of it, and I hope guys made a fortune out there. So I'm going to turn around and show you on my screen, if you can zoom in. This is a quick chart of Riverbed, RVBD. This is in the top right-hand corner of my screen up here. I'm not sure if you can see it. In here is that channel that we're talking about, this range-bound trading between 25.80, 25.60, 25.80, 60, 80, 60, back to 80. Here's where I got my best short off, somewhere here towards the end. Felt comfortable, got the conviction, got short, broke that level, 60 level, and continued to break lower throughout the day. Look at that move. I hope people took bigger advantage. I only made $1,000 on the trade, as you know, and it's got to be the 5 days at least that we've been doing this interview after the market close, where I've been positive and putting green on my screen. So this, for me, was my best trade of the day. Hopefully, you guys took advantage on that pull-in. Here's just a quick snapshot of what the market did also. So on the left-hand side, this is SPY. So SPY pulled all the way in also from that level, also where we pulled it out here. To about, I don't know what that is, about $2 lower on the day. My insight, our insight, was one of the, sort of tells for people to get short and to be able to make some money to the short side also. We did go negative, and then we closed fairly strong. Now the Dow's up 50, comp up 3.
So this stock made a nice 80-cent move. How many cents did you make on the trade?
It's a good question. And my style of trade at times is to maximize either one position and have that position continue to flow through and to go much lower, and at times trade the bottom part of the range. So if I'm short at the top part of the range, buy it back at the bottom part of the range, wait for the next rally, short it again, and buy the next leg down also, which I did multiple times. So I don't know exactly how much I took out of the initial trade, but I did trade it over and over and over. There was one time when it got down to about $25 even, 25 or a little bit below 25 was my area to buy or to cover my short, and then short again once it got to the 25.15 level, and I did that 4 or 5 times for 1,000 to 2,000 shares at a time, making $150 to $300 per clip. So it just helps me to continue my streak. I'm probably, I think I have one losing day out of the past probably like 30 days or so, and the community continues to watch what I do and watch what our team does on a daily basis.
Really impressive. Now, the reason I'm asking this, or the reason partially I'm asking this, is because one of our members asked questions about your strategies related to closing out a position. And one of his questions was if you ever let a winning trade turning into a losing one, and the other one was if you have a winning trade and it reaches your preset target price, do you ever decide to keep your position on because you see more potential in the trade, or maybe take some of the position off of the table and let some of it run?
Let's take one question at a time. So the first question was, do I ever let a winning trade turn into a losing trade? My textbook, Shine's iBible of Trading, which is our fundamentals of how to trade, and once again, it's the piece of paper I give out to thousands of traders and people who train with me. My iBible says, Shine's iBible says, do not let a winning trade turn into a losing trade. It changes your trade, your day, your morale, your feelings, your confidence, and so on. So I try to avoid that at all costs. At the same time, you need to be able to push a winning trade and make a winning trade happen, or make a direction. If you're actually going to call something, you need to be able to make real money from it. So one of the things, if you're up, let's say for argument's sake, 30 cents on a trade, how much of that 30 cents are you willing to give back in order to continue to make that money on the trade? So, for example, if I'm up 30 cents on a trade, I'll give back approximately 25% of that trade, or 7 or 8 cents out of the 30 that I'm up, in order to make another 25 or 30. So for me, that's a good risk reward, where I make 4 or 5 times as much as I would give back on that trade. Remember, every spot that you're in, so if you're up on a trade, every spot that you're in has its own risk reward attached to it. Every spot that you're in has your own, how much am I going to give back versus what is my potential upside. The key to this business is letting your winners run. Now remember, I do make money almost every day, but on the long-term picture is I have outsized days, which really changes my whole formula of trading. So on certain days where I'll make a $10,000 day, or a $50,000 day, or a $100,000 day, is something that I've pushed that envelope, and I say, you know what, I don't want the 30 cents that I'm up on 3,000 shares. I don't need $900 anymore. I need to add onto this position the next time it rallies and I'm short and I like it. I want to get short the next time it rallies, load up on the position, and hope that the next leg is down in a big way, and now I have 6, 7, 8, 10, 15,000 shares for $1, $1.50 move. Those outsized days really help your P&L. They help them on the upside. You keep your downside the same, so same risk reward. You're up $10,000 for the month. How much out of the 10,000 you're up, how much are you going to give back? My philosophy, once again, is risk 2,500 out of that 10,000 that you're up for the month in order to make another 10,000. So that's, again, a 4-to-1 reward versus risk. Now the key to it is how many of you out there can handle yourself if you give back 2,500 out of the 10,000 you're up. If you're that type of person that can do it, that's what you should be doing. If you're not that type of person, you need to even keep a tighter stop on your profit that you're up for the month, better money management skills, even better, as good of a job as you can do, and really stay focused on how much you're risking versus how much you're going to make, to the upside after that. Funny story is that I've gotten traders before who I see them up $900 for the day, and they look to make another $100 for the rest of the day because they want to get up to the $1,000 mark, which is a nice amount to make in one day. I'll go back to their screen and they're up only $500 on the day, so they've given back $400 in order to make another $100. Is that a good risk reward? Ask yourself if you're that person. Ask yourself if your risk reward is always intact that way. I don't think it's a good risk reward. You should always be looking to lose 100 to make 500 and not vice versa. So as far as just holding on to a winning position, at times you need to do it. At times you need to add to that winning position. If you think the volatility is there and the follow through is there, hold on to your winning position. Take half of it off the table. Make sure you lock in profits. Now we call it playing with the house's money. Playing with the house's money always gives you an advantage, always gives you that confidence. You can give back that amount that the house gave you in order to make 5 times what your profit is already for the day.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.